course, they're like, well, I want to watch it. I just don't want to watch it now. I'm like, bro, you've got my addled like ADD just firing right now, just going, why just pick it and go? Can we just watch it? Alright, interestingly enough, I've done something wrong. Or did I? Man, again. Mold King's just a little odd on their directions. Okay, that's set there. Boom. Boom. Oh, I see. Wow. Oy vey. Alright. Then that goes there, and this goes here. Yeah, the lineup process on this is kind of odd. Kind of odd. They are not like really like. They need to do like the areas with the lines. I mean, they have it there, and it's so subtle. It's hard to tell what it is that we're doing. All right, so we got 1, 2, 1x1 rounds. We got a lime green part. This would be good for making skateboards. I have been on this whole thing, so I was building videos for the week to pad out my YT account, right? And I have noticed this trend of the lime green skateboard, which has been ongoing. And I have been like slamming anytime I see a lime green skateboard in a set, because I did it was Spider-Man versus Anti-Venom set, and I really liked the set. I thought it was cute, it's fun. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, yeah, we got this, and Spider-Man on a lime green skateboard. I'm like, what? Why would you do this? So it's become an issue for me. And so everywhere I've looked, I've got lime green skateboards, including this little, let's see, it's like a poly bag set that I had. It had a lime green skateboard. And then I had a lime green skateboard on that. And I was like, why? You won't understand Brand New Day if you don't watch. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to. Here's the thing. I want to see No Way Home. So that is on my list. I just need, honestly, I've got to give the family the ultimatum and be like, yo, we're watching this tonight. It's time. You all get to pick, because they'll come in. They're like, well, we want to watch Darman, or we want to watch this. I'm like, okay, well, what about these things? Like, we'll hold off. So it's gonna be kind of like one of those things. It's like, hey, if you don't want to watch it, let me know. Like, seriously, don't want to watch it tonight, let me know, because what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm going to say, you guys could go watch, whatever on the other TVs. I'm gonna take the TV and I'm gonna watch it, or just open up a computer and watch it in here. And I might just go ahead and watch it. But I need to find out from them if they're not going to watch it, or if they're deciding that they don't want to do it now. Because I want to see it. Let's see. You don't want to. I'm going to make you watch it. Yeah. Yeah, when they're like, well, I'm feeling like, you know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like I'm tired of having to ask. It's tonight or it's nothing. Oh, yeah, this whole weekend, I was starting to watch the last Venom movie, because I had seen the others and was wanting to finish it up. And I go to watch it, and it's kind of early, so I have a chance. And sometimes when I watch a movie, I'll start it, get into a little bit, and then something happens, and I kind of have to get up, go take care of things, and I come back to it. So oftentimes I'm watching a movie in snippets. That's just life around here in this house. And I started it, and it opens up with Noel. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Like, yeah, we're already getting into the story. Apparently, he doesn't even play that big of a part in it. And then it was, why are you watching this? I'm like, because I want to. It's like, oh, well, I want to watch it with you. And I'm like, well, let's watch it now. And they're like, oh, no, we're not watching it right now. We're watching this. I'm like, bro. There it is. Ling it. And so I stopped it, and then it was like, hey, I want to watch it with you. And then it's been kind of a waiting game of, hey, we're going to watch this? No, not right now. All right, we're going to watch this? Maybe later. So I've seen the first two Venom movies, but I've not seen The Last Dance. And that's the one that I'm on, is I'm on the Last Dance, the very last one. But I started it. I got about 3 minutes in, and then was told that I want to watch it with you. And so I was like, all right, cool, let's watch it. And then we haven't gone back to it since. So that's another one that's like, I want to finish it up, because I hear that it actually it's entertaining. It's probably, they said, I've heard it was more entertaining than the Let There Be Carnage. And I liked the first film. I really liked the first film. The Let There Be Carnage, I was like, I don't know. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't my favorite between the two. I really enjoyed the first one quite a bit. And so for me, there was something weird with Woody Harrelson at the end of Venom in the cutscene over into the next one. It's like it really didn't work. Yeah, here's the thing, is I thought that they were going to do his girlfriend. I thought she was going to become Scream. I was like, oh, that's cool. She's going to become Scream. They're going to go ahead and do all this cool, crazy stuff, and then it never happened. I've missed something. Okay. Pop. And pop. We'll gotta pop these on. Now I can go back over to this. Boom. And we still need 2 more of these. 1 and 2. Yeah, there was just something about the Let There Be Carnage, like with him, with his fighting him like having his argument and battling with his with Venom. That was okay, but it was kind of overplayed to a point where it was like just a little odd. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, because I felt like the story there was a lot in it, and I don't necessarily think it needed to have all of that in there. Let's see. Like the third movie has been on my watch list for a while. Yeah. Well, and it's available now, like, because we got it through the net movies, right? And it's available now, and so I have been saying, hey, I want to watch it while it's here, and now, like, while we can do it, we're not spending money on it. I mean, let me rephrase that. We spend money on it because we have the service. But I think for me, it's like, I don't want to have to get it on like a channel and rent it, when it goes off. So it's like, I want to watch it now while I can, because once it goes off and I have to rent it, I might not ever do it at that point. Because I kind of stopped buying movies recently. I haven't been quite in the, like, I used to. Every time a movie would come out, I would go and I would buy it, and then I would get like I would get it on Blu-ray, and then I would get it where it had the digital code, so I could plug that into something, and I could stream it or watch it on disc. Like, that used to be a big thing for me, and I would go and get movies all the time. And here lately, like the last movie I think I got was, oh dude, I can't remember what the last movie was. To get it. So do they have different plans? I'm guessing. I just thought they had like the normal streaming one. I might be really outdated or wrong on that one, but I know like for the longest time we had the disc based one because we've been subscribed with them for a while, and I remember we used to get the disc that would come in the mail, and then we'd watch it and mail it back. That was way back in the day. Good old days, I could say. I don't know how good they were, but we got it because we wanted to get the rest of the Star Trek Voyager series. Yeah, they do. There's a plan that gets rid of ads and one that doesn't. Oh, okay. Man, here's the thing. I'd be okay with ads. Now I'm starting to look and see, what do I pay? How could I cut some of the money off here? I might look into that. I'm kind of wondering now because I'm sure it's upgraded. Didn't even know. Who knows what I actually pay? I need to start paying attention to that stuff. All right, that's what we got on our car body. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Okay. Gotta move my hip real quick. Sorry. When you get old, man. When you get old, we got a bracket, and then a 1x2. There we go. Okay, and then all of this, because I'm also going to look back here and see, because I bet you there is, yeah. Number 1 is going to be going on this white brick, or white tile. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that here in a minute. Yes, keep playing. There you go. Let's see. I have the one that has ads. You already said that. I'd read that one. Boom. So if it's like the plan that has, if there's a plan that has ads and a plan that doesn't have ads, okay? And does that mean that they also have different stuff that's available? Like, if you get the service that has it to where the ads are off, do you have access to everything? Or are there certain things that you don't have access to, and then there are certain things that you do? At this point, I'm kind of wondering, like, besides for the ads portion, if that just means that once you do that, then it's like certain things. I'm guessing if you have the service that has ads, there are certain things that aren't going to be available. But I wonder if that's also vice versa. If you had to get another plan to get certain things open. Does that make sense? 2, 3. Okay, I see what they're saying. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did also start watching Craven. That was another one that I started to watch. Yeah, you have access to everything. Okay. And apparently I've even been looking at doing a VPN so I could have, because apparently there's stuff that in America that we miss out on that we could watch. And so I thought about doing a VPN so that way we could do streaming across countries as well and get like different things. Because sometimes there's been a few movies and stuff I wanted to watch that were German that I couldn't find anywhere else. So it seems how I get ads, I can't watch the third Venom movie. So I'm wondering if that means that there's a certain, like, if you do the plan with ads, that means if something has been out for a short while or a certain amount of time, then because it sounds to me it's like one of those where it's like, I guess what would be considered premium or the no ads means that not only do you have access to that, but you have access to anything that was recently added within a certain amount of time. So I'm guessing that's how they do it. It's like normally if you have Netflix but you have ads, you are open to anything that's been uploaded within the last year, but anything new you'd have to wait or buy the premium. That seems kind of a dirty play. I guess they got to make their millions though. Apparently, cinema-wise, though, they're killing it in certain markets, and they're doing a lot better than some Hollywood stuff that's been coming out recently. I saw they had. I'm thinking of using VPN so I don't have to pay. Ooh, yeah. Now I have ESPN through my Disney bundle, so we did get that. I'm not too keen on the whole Disney bundle, but there were certain things like my Star Wars, my Alien franchise stuff, all that. Bearded, what's up? Hey, thank you for the rose. How you doing today, brother? So there's certain things on that level that it's like, yeah, I want to have access. But then I say that, and then I finally get around to, like, I watched Badlands. It was entertaining. It was good, and then there came a point when it started to get so goofy that it was like, all right, I can't really get behind this too much. But it was truly entertaining. Kind of a difference. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm doing a quicker build today because we've got a Fortnite live event that my kid and I are wanting to head up today if we can. So I was like, you know what can I pull from my backlog that I need to build and get on the table that I just keep passing up. And so I had this Mould King set that has been sitting there like eyeballing me forever, and I'm like, man, I've got to build that. 1x8, there we go. And then this, a 2x2, and then this. But yeah, so going back to the whole Disney thing, so like, you know, I was like, you know, I can't. I could get behind some of these like Alien and Predator things. I'm okay with it, and I'm an avid Alien and Predator fan. And then I went to go watch Alien Earth, and I made it about 3 episodes in, and I had to stop. I'm like, whoever wrote this, I just feel like they didn't understand the assignment. Like, they just didn't quite get what this thing was actually about. And they focused so much on the not even replicants. It was like the children in adult bodies, which I was like, that's so strange. There was so many elements to it that was just like, why? As I'm watching it, I'm like, that doesn't make sense on why anyone would choose to do this, especially when we have, you know, if we tie the Ridley Scott Alien and Blade Runner franchise together, which has been done in the comics, and if we tie, you know, elements of Predator and Aliens and the Yutani Corporation, all that together, which has been done even in the comics and now in film, why would anyone choose to put children's minds inside of a replicant where they really can't grow, And why in the world would we send them out on a mission for a crashed ship? There's so many elements of that that just seem like they're just trying to. They're like, hey, we like people who have cybernetic arms. Let's throw a cybernetic arm guy in there. Hey, we like, face hugger things that do this. Hey, it'd be funny to have an aristocratic party. And it's just like, wait, why are we doing this? So I don't know. I could say I could get behind Disney on certain things, and then I see that, and I'm like, oosh. Maybe I need to cancel my subscription and walk away from them, because that show was rough, very, very rough. And I still want to go back and try to rewatch some of it. Both my wife and I, we stopped about, I think, 3 episodes in. I just was like, okay, I'm done. So, but I promise I'll watch it at some point, but it'll be one of those after I see, of course, No Way Home. Okay, I have to watch that one first. That's a promise to you. As long as it's available and I'm able to see it, and I don't have to spend too much money, and I can get the family behind it, I will try to watch it this weekend if I can. So, Bearded, have you seen anything fun lately? I know that the a pot of gold, thank you. I know, was it Project Hail Mary came out? I'd really like to see that. I've heard some pretty decent things about that movie. I think that'd be a fun one to watch. Alright, this is going to go up onto here. And this is going to go down onto here. Okay. And then we're doing the same, but we're going to mirror it. It's going the opposite direction. So this one would go out this way. Out this way. This goes on top. This pops right there. And then this one is going to pop right onto here. Alright, and then these are going to pop one onto each side. So this is going to be kind of interesting how they're doing this. So one goes over this way. Oh, nice. Okay. That's going to go over here, and that's going to house in this back part. Check this part out. That is slick how they're doing that. I like that orange on purple. That looks nice. That looks really, really nice. All right. Let's see. What's our time? We're good. We're good. Making sure. I want to make sure I hit up my live event today. Now that I'm done with this, I could probably stack this. That might make finding. Now I've got everything under here. It might make things a little bit easier for me. Okay, so we've got 1. Nope. We need reverse brackets. 1, 2, and 3. And 4. And 1 and 2. So other than trying to do a Fortnite thing, and other than doing the live here, I did pick up. There were some sales going on. I picked up some more actually Mould King sets. I'm waiting on those to get in. I can't wait to start sharing that. But we got notification from the Minifig Club that they were getting things together, and they had a couple of packs of things that were like $1 for, it was accessories. It was minifig accessories, like 15 to a pack sort of thing. And I nabbed 2 of those this morning. That's gonna tie on to my minifig shipment, and that they were like $1 a piece. So I've got that. I spent another couple bucks and got like a couple dogs and like a frog or something. So I've got some cool minifig stuff coming up here pretty soon too, which I'm super stoked about. And then I got from the AliEx, some of their packaging came in today. And so I'll be able to go back and start working on the mock of my Funhole store, Funhole Limabricks. I did reach out to them and asked about if they had any of the tiles for like Lumabricks and Funhole and like the packages for boxes. And they did write me back about a day. They wrote me back. They're like, hey, we love the idea of what you're building. Unfortunately, we don't have that available to sell outside of the actual packaged items. So I'm having to make my own. But I found a guy that's got he's got this idea of being able to take the artwork and printing it out on specialty like water slides to get tiles. So I might just go and buy like some blank tiles and put together some specialty work so I can make packages for the Lumabricks store, because I want it to be like a Lumabricks Funhole kind of storefront that's above my Japanese barbecue shop. And so I got like I think it's from Cute Panda, or I'm trying to remember the name of the little brick building company, but I found a register and then some it was a register and then some dog poop stations from my city as well. So I grabbed some just random stuff offline and that came in today. So I figured if after the live event I might put some of that stuff together and see how things are going. Okay, so it looks like this is going right here. 1 and 2, and then we've got one here and then a tile behind it. So we're decorating this whole back portion, which is looking pretty nice. So 1 and 2, and then we're going to be making a blade piece that's going to be going on the back to create kind of a fin. So here we go. We need a bar, 2 of these Technic stops, and we're going to put the bar in. Boom. Bar and bar. Nice. And then we've got 1, 2 of our bricks here. Let's find them. Got 1. And 1 more. There we go. 1 and 1. Alright, so it says discussing the new Huracan STO Lego set. Well, it's not exactly Lego. It's more like a it is Mould King. It is. Here's the thing though of Lego. It's not Lego. Okay, but it is Lego compatible, which I do dig. When I go shopping and I'm looking online, sometimes that's the part where it's like I love the idea of, trying out alternate brands, things like that. I'm all for it. I love trying out competition, seeing, who's got good things, what's good, what's bad, and kind of comparing it and bringing that info to you. What I don't like is when I will get a set and I'm super excited and it finally comes in and I find out it is micro bricks. I become such a sad panda and a sour grape half the time, because I'm like, really? I'll put them together, and most of the time if I can just send it back, I send it back. And like there was one I got that was a laundry mat, and I was super stoked about it. It's supposed to be full modular. I was like, yes. I get it. Not only is it's not mini bricks, it was micro bricks. So it was teeny tiny parts. And nothing in the discussion. I'd actually had asked like the AI, and it was like, no, it'll be compatible with all your major brands. I'm like, yeah, boy. And come to find out, no, it is not at all. And so I was already sour about that one. I was like, man. And then to top it off, I find out that the back of it is like, well, maybe I can keep like the booklet and use that for. Come to find out, it wasn't even modular. Like the whole thing it was open in the back, and it was like short floors, so like minifigs wouldn't fit in there correctly. So I was like, all right, this thing obviously it has to go back. It's not good. And so I sent it back. Finally got my credit back on it and everything. And then searched around, and then I had one that I was gonna pick up, and it was a house. And I can't remember. I canceled it for some reason, and now I can't find it anywhere. But that one was supposed to be a full modular and compatible. Let's see. No, yeah, no, it isn't. Uh-oh, I missed something. Oh, you mean the set? Yeah, the laundromat set that I wanted was not at all. And then I picked up another set, and I put it together not too long ago. But that one was also, it was the mini bricks. It wasn't micro, but it was mini. So it was a 2/3 the size of a standard like Lego plate. And it was like, it's kind of a cool set, and it was modular, and there's like some building techniques I saved on it. Because I was like, I could get the parts and rebuild this in Lego. Like I'd be totally down for that. But the problem with that is that starts to become a very expensive item to build. When I started pricing out everything, I was like, this is one of those that's gonna take a while. And the set, the way that they put together this thing, like if I built it in standard Legos, it'd be like 2.5 plates wide, like, or no, it was a plate and a half wide, a plate and a half deep. It'd be like almost 15 by 15 inches. I was like, that, I don't really have a place to put that. So I was like, I have the book, I have the set. I was gonna Craggle. That's the one set I'm actually gonna Craggle. Because I'm not usually one to glue my sets down, but the micro bricks, I will totally glue those down, and keep it as is. I don't see any need to take it apart. And I'll use it as probably display in my classroom or something. And then, yeah. After that, I'm very wary. If I can avoid buying anything that has micro bricks in it, I prefer that. That's been a bit of my bane of my existence, is the micro bricks. Okay. It's like, this is going here, this is going here. So we're starting to kind of build up the outside. I will say, this particular set versus the Make It blocks, this has been pretty solid. Look at the detail on that. Look at that right there. You've got the little fin bar in the back. Looks good. Hey, dude. Almost. I'm down to a few parts, and yeah, so probably about 30 minutes or so, and I'll be done. Okay. Well, here, let me get building. Huh? Like right now, I need to. Uh-oh. Well, hold up, everybody. Here, I've got to. I should probably go get more than 4 bites. All right, Kobe. Are you getting a burger, man? I'll be back, everybody. Hold on one second. How do I put myself on hold here? Pause. There we go. All right. And hold on, everybody, up here. Go. All right. All right. Hey, I'll see you later. All right. So yeah, that was kind of important. Oh man, our pets. Uh, okay. Hey, be careful with that thing. Okay. And I will. Uh-huh. He went axe throwing and got an axe from his friend. Please be careful.
Okay.
I'll be listening. Oh man, man, oh man, oh man. It's like one of those where it's like I had to talk to him like, hey man, just to keep in mind, this is not a, I was like, it's not a plaything. It's like, it's a weapon. I'm like, well, first it's a tool. Let's start thinking of things also as tools. Like, it's not just a weapon. It can be a tool, and we need to think of it that way. And tools you don't play with. You use them for their correct purposes. So I'm kind of keeping that in mind. But apparently he did a whole bunch of training session with one of his friends. They were doing axe throwing. So I'm kind of interested to see like what all he gets out of it. It's something I've always wanted to learn. So I think that'd be kind of cool. All right. Already looking at this, I don't think that this would allow. Let me grab a. Trying to find a minifigure that doesn't have stuff all over them. Come here, skater. Looking at this, I don't think there's enough room. Or maybe there might be. I don't know. This looks a little small for a minifig to sit in. So that might be one of those cool display, but the fact that there's not a lot of room means that at some point it just told me that you got off. Oh no, I'd gone on pause for a minute. My kid needed to show me something, so apparently we got a sick cat. So we gotta, after this, I gotta start, kind of contacting the vet and seeing what we can do when we can get her in. So he was needing to show me the sick. I was like, okay, yeah, we gotta go take care of that. So that was it. That was all that was going on. But yeah, man, animals and taking care of animals, it just, yeah, those darn pets, man. Constantly, if it's not one animal, it's the other. Like I grabbed, so we have a cat that he is about to be 21 in June. He will be 21 years old. Cat is raggedy, he's blind, pees all over everything at this point. Like he just, we put out pee pads for him, but he can't sense anything. So half the time he goes and he just pees. And so, poor cat. Like, and we thought about, there's a part of me that's like, we should have him put to rest and everything, but I'm kind of at, how do I put this? It conflicts with my spirit on what I feel like I should do. And so for me, I'm not sure that's something I want to do, And so with that being said, I'm kind of at an impasse of, what exactly, like, to me, he's not ready to go. He's still hanging around, so I need to respect that. I just kind of clean up his mess, and it's taught me this valuable lesson of patience, humility, and even when I get really mad, to stop, to remind myself, hey, I need to be slow to anger. I need to be more understanding. I need to hold through and remind myself of who I'm taking care of. It's like, it's not just and in this case, it's not just a cat. This is, you know, a family member that we've loved forever. Let's see. I remember when my cat passed away because he stopped eating for some reason. Oh, poor buddy. Oh. What was his name? If you don't mind me asking. Hold on, let me grab this. Our cat has not stopped eating yet, but I did feel on his, he hasn't been eating quite as much, and I felt on his side earlier today, and I felt what felt like a big lump. So I'm kind of wondering. One. I need one more. Two. That one's already put together. Okay. His name was Smokey. That's cute. Was he a smoky colored cat? Alright, so let's see. That's gonna fit to there, so that means that this gauge goes on like so. Alright. Let's see. This goes here, so we got one there, we got one wedge over here, and then this is supposed to fit up one here. It's weird, I've got one of these that was put together and one that was not. It's supposed to fit to there. Boom, boom, boom. And now we've got some white ones. One, two, one, these, and then a rocker plate. Rocker plate goes here. Let's see. And then I have a dog that has been with me since I was 5. Whoa, man. How old's the dog now? Like, dogs usually tend to not live quite so long. Though growing up, I had a dog that was his name was Lobo. It was my dad's dog, but the dog loved me. That dog we had for 16 years, which is a good long life for dogs. 17. Oh man, that is. Here's the thing. That's got to be celebrated, man. That is a good long life for a dog. I know I'm already kind of. We have a dog that I think now she is. She might be like maybe 8 or so, and I'm already starting to see signs of her slowing down, and I've got to trying to keep her in good health and keep her happy, because that's Penelope. That's my P-dog is what I call her. She's my buddy, and I really am not ready. When she gets to that point when she's ready to go, I'm gonna have a hard time with that one, because she's been like my pupper friend. And what's interesting about that is when we first got her, because we got her during the shutdown, she was a rescue dog. She was found underneath a church. She was so full of worms that she was feeding worms to our puppies, like through her breast milk. I mean, it was just not good. And this dog has been through so many treatments to get her, eradicated from worms, and we're still, working on keeping her clean and kind of keeping her safe. But she had heartworms really, really bad. He still fights for his spot as alpha. Totally, man. He earned that. So she she has heart issues as it is. So for me, like, I have to keep an eye on her because that'll probably be the thing that takes her before anything else is her heart. Kind of kills me because I don't want her to go, like, at all. But that's kind of the sad part is you know, at some point we gotta let go. And he hasn't lost yet. Totally, man. So here's the thing, he's not fighting for his spot, he's holding his spot as alpha. He's reminding all the other animals what's up. It's kind of like our cat, man, Gouda. He total alpha territory. The dog will come up to him and he just puts that paw, pops around the top of her head. She backs up and he doesn't say anything, he just stares at her. Of course, he's probably at this point trying to figure out what in the world's going on. Yeah, man, animals. He demands his spot. That's right. He's reinstating it, just making sure. Hey, as a reminder, I want you to know I'm the alpha here, so you better back off. The rules of the jungle, man. Alright, so it looks like, how's this gonna go? Okay, this is kind of convoluted. Boom. And then boom, right? And then boom. And this one goes here. This one goes here. Am I correct? Looks like it, but it looks like this is supposed to go. Does it go down or no? Okay, I got one of them backwards. This goes here. So 1L goes the opposite direction. What's going to hurt me is when my beagle passes. Oh, super close to him. Any animal. When Lobo passed, my dad was heartbroken. That was his animal. He loved that animal. I had a mouse that was a classroom mouse, and it was associated with my old school. And so when Thanos died, you know, it was like not that big of a deal. They only last about a year, but at the same time, I was kind of upset about it. But at this point, it's been Gouda. Oops. It's been Gouda, and knowing that he's gonna pass soon, and then thinking about Penelope. So I know at some point we're gonna have to get ourselves ready. Interestingly enough, growing up on a ranch, that was kind of a standard. Like, you knew at some point that your animal was gonna go, and I helped dig graves out there for our pets. Didn't want to, but yeah. All right. So here we go. We've got one. This car is almost done. So tell me about the beagle. How old's the beagle now? And what kind of personality? Because beagles have big personalities. My mother-in-law, she had a beagle. His name was DJ. And that beagle was wild. It had this weird underbite and was constantly like sneezing over everything, and had this weird kind of like dominating persona. It was kind of weird. Constantly like fighting all the other animals, including the gigantic lab that was my wife's dad's lab. Interesting enough, so the lab was my father-in-law was he loved this dog. He took this dog all over the place. Uh-oh. I'll have to get that here in a minute. My father-in-law, he loved this dog and he'd take it, but when he passed away, that dog shortly after she ended up dying not too long afterwards. It says my beagle is Jenny and she is 9 years old. Oh, man, she's getting up there in age. Jenny, huh? That's a cool name. Alright. I'm going to pop these on real quick. I have a feeling we're almost done. So let's see. Boom. We do have some door wings sort of thing. It's kind of cool. I'll pop both of these on here. 1 and 1. And 1. There we go. Alright, and looks like we're building the last little bit back here. So we've got a 1x2. We got 1 and 2, and then we've got 1 here hanging off this side. And then a 1x1, 1x1, and then these, and they're gonna go slope down. And how are we putting this on? I'm gonna fit right back here onto this. Oh, that's looking slick. Okay, this looks like it's gonna go right back here onto this. Cover that portion, and then we've got this canopy that goes on top, and then wheels, and that's it. Yeah, she was 6 months old when you got her. Nice. So she's only known really you. She's been with you since the beginning. I like, anytime that, like, here's the thing with animals, like when they grow up with you and they have that bond, when you let them go, that's a lot harder to do. But also when they're sick and they're hurting, that makes it really hard too. Makes it really hard. Okay. And we're gonna go pop 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's get our stickers on. We've got those. The only ones we need to do are these 2 right here. STO. One goes right here. And then we'll got 1 on the other side. And that'll go right in here. And suffice it to say, this thing is actually done. We'll look at it real quick before I go, and then I've got to make a call because apparently I got called. She knows me and my family. Yep. And that's the thing. That's her life. That's what she knows is you guys. And so that is when an animal, when that's what they know, is they know you and pretty much you their entire life. Makes it tough when they head on over or when they get sick. But at the same time, there's some loyalty in there too. Absolute loyalty. All right. Boom and done. And let's take a quick look at this. I'm going to take this extra piece here. I've got some extra pieces. I'm just going to I'm going to shoehorn it in the back of here for right now. We're going to set it up right over there. So that way, kind of hide it. Usually once I'm done reviewing, getting my initial thoughts and everything finished, then I like to take a look at it and parts bins and things like that. So wow, looky there. That is slick. So I love the fact that not only are we getting this purple STO, so we're not getting just a standard car. This does feel a little bit smaller than our normal Speed Champions. It is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is an 8 stud wide car, but it feels shorter than most Speed Champion cars. And I don't think it'll fit a minifig. Let's see. I think the minifigs are, like, if I want to fit a minifig, yeah, I would have to change something. I'd probably have to change up like the front of this a little bit, so it won't house a minifig like I want. I'd have to alter it a little bit, but you could pose it with a, I guess, like a door up sort of thing. Yeah, so you could do like that, pose it with the door up, which is kind of cool, or pose it down. Yeah, the doors, I mean, they're cool. They feel a little bit like an afternote on that. It's a little awkward, but you know, it still works. Well, she isn't sick or anything, but you never know what. Yeah, I know. Well, and that's the thing. So, like, what my kid pulled me off is that he let me know that his rescue cat, looks like she's got worms. So I'm like, all right, let's wash up and let's kind of go get her checked out. So I'll be probably jumping on some calls and asking, reaching out to the vet, see if I can't get an appointment to get her in, get her looked at, because that's never a good sign when they got worms, and we don't want worms spreading to all the other animals. So, yep, that's all I got. Hey, listen, I think I am done for today. I will probably be getting on to Fortnite if I can, and doing some playing there on the live event. So if you all happen to see me, I go by the same name there as anywhere else. I might be seeing some of you online. So hey, I thank you all for showing up today. I do appreciate it. Thank you all for the gifts as well. I appreciate that as well, and I enjoyed getting a chat with you all. So, but I'm gonna head out. Okay. Thank you all. I will be seeing you later. Okay. Have a good one. I'll try to catch the event. Yeah, 3:30 Eastern, so 2:30 Central is what I'm going to be on. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you around. Then maybe I'll see you in lobby. It's hard to tell though who's who, right? All right, take care. All right, and we'll go ahead and we'll kind of set that up here. Hey, thank you all for showing up. I do appreciate it so much. I'll get the review done for this here pretty soon. I'm already seeing some things that needs to be addressed. Mould King is usually pretty good, but there are some things that's like, hey, that this has got to be refixed, and maybe I can pinpoint some build techniques in the review that might correct some things. But I do have this in shop, so if you're wanting to nab this, down in my bio, actually I've got my link tree there, shops there. I did go ahead and add this to the shop, so it is available. Okay. And just for good measure, how about this? I'll go ahead and come over here and post it one more time. There you go. There's a link there as well. So yeah, if you want to get it, you can definitely help out the channel by doing that. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Comment down below, even if this is after the fact. What part of this build do you like? What do you think works? What do you think doesn't work? You know, that sort of thing. And yeah, I'll be seeing you on the flip side. Okay. Hey, thank you all. Jesus loves you. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. That's what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.